enforcement officials in America in a male-dominated profession. She deserves everyone's thanks for her dedicated service. I've worked closely with Chief Harteau for 3.5 years. In that time, we've done more faster to transform policing, public safety, and public trust than any other mayor, police chief, police department, or city in America, while putting the safety of our residents first and working hard every day to keep Minneapolis a safe city for everyone. I give Chief Harteau tremendous credit for taking on that body of work and for leading through all of this change. As far as we have come, Chief Harteau is not in a position to lead us further. And from the many conversations I've had with people around our city, especially this week, I note that some in Minneapolis have lost confidence in police leadership. For us to continue to transform policing and community trust in policing, both the chief and I concluded we need new leadership at MPD. In conversation with the chief today, she and I agreed that she would step aside to make way for new leadership. And I asked Chief Harteau for her resignation. She tendered it, and I have accepted it. We are not slowing the pace of our transformation. The work will continue until it is done, until justice, dignity, and the sanctity of life are reflected in every police encounter, and until everyone feels safe and is safe in one Minneapolis. We will not waver from that. Now is the time for new leadership at MPD to get us where we all know we need to be in every police encounter. Following Harteau's resignation, which was effective at the close of business day, I have announced that I will nominate current Assistant Chief Medaria Rondo Arredondo as police chief. Over the next few years, the Minneapolis Police Department will work to continue the transformational change that we all know we need and to strengthen and ingrain into our policing the changes that we have already made. I am confident that Assistant Chief Arredondo is the right person to lead us through it. The experience of working closely with him over the past week, which has been so hard on everyone in Minneapolis, has solidified my confidence. Assistant Chief Arredondo joined the MPD in 1989 as a patrol officer in the 3rd Precinct. He has served as a school resource officer and a North Side beat officer. He has also internal affairs and property crime investigations experience. He has served as inspector for the 1st Precinct and a deputy chief and chief of staff.
We're asking for your prompt resignation. We don't want you as our mayor of Minneapolis anymore. We're asking that you take your staff with you. We don't want you to appoint anybody anymore. Your leadership has been very ineffective, and if you don't remove yourself, we're going to put somebody in place to remove you. We do not want you as the mayor of Minneapolis ever again. We would like for you to move out of our city. Your police department has terrorized us enough. Your press conference is ineffective because you won't let the people in, and you didn't want to hear us, so you hear me now. We do not want you as the mayor of Minneapolis, and we're asking you to resign. We do not want you as the mayor. You have been ineffective as a coach. You are not a head coach. You have been ineffective as a mayor. We're asking you to step down.
So I hear and understand, for folks who are listening, I hear and understand.
We want you to take your staff and leave, sir. We want you to take your staff and leave. Take your staff. We do not want you as the mayor of Minneapolis anymore. You are ineffective as a leader, and we want you to step down just as your Chief Harteau did. And we don't want you to appoint anybody. We want you to take your staff with you because they've terrorized us enough in this state. We do not want you as the mayor, Bessie Hodges. The whole city council.
I hear and understand your objections and the work that we've done.
This is our house. You can't lock us out of our house and hold a press conference so you can rubber stamp bullshit. We want you out of this office. We don't want you in this office anymore. You are ineffective as a leader, and we do not want you as the mayor of Minneapolis anymore. We don't want you to appoint a police chief because who you appointed before, it failed. You have failed us for all the years you've been in office. And we
I appreciate this appointment, Mayor. mayor, and if we can get on with the press.
Stop killing us with your game.
Your constituents, man.
I appreciate this appointment to chief of the Minneapolis Police Department, so you don't have to accept her.
You by yourself over there.
No,
You by yourself. You by yourself. You by yourself. You by yourself.
She's on the payroll. She's on the payroll.
So I hear and understand people's objections for folks who have the microphone on. And I am happy to sit down and talk with people about the future of policing in Minneapolis. I hear and understand people's objections to what's been happening. This is a difficult week for our entire city. I have heard you and I have listened. And I'm happy to sit down with folks and talk about the future of policing. Tonight, I'm announcing that Chief Harteau is no longer the police chief.
What do you think of this? What do you think of what's going on?
This is a tough time for the community. This is a tough time around the world for policing. This is understandable to me. That's what we've been working on. I am happy to sit down and talk with the community. Tonight, I'm going to end this discussion.
Not being changed is unacceptable.
Mic check! Mic check!
We gonna hold a press conference.
Mic check! It has now become the People's Press Conference.
People's press conference.
We've had enough here in the city of Minneapolis. This is our house. It's guilty as hell. Indict.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on. Hang on a second, guys.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. It's time for our voices to be heard. So we're going to hold a press conference if everybody can...
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Mic check.
Hang on a second, guys.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. It's time for our voices to be heard. So we're going to hold a press conference if everybody can just...
Right.
Hold on, we're going to do it. Everybody just back up a little bit so the media can get a good shot of the people, because this is the people's city.
So,
Everybody back up for him. Back up. Everybody back up for him.
so if I can say this, hang on, guys. If I can say this, hang on, guys. Okay, hang on. She's right here. Let me.
Get these press back.
No, not good. We have to be quiet. That's fine. That's fine. The people get here. Yes.
They got $5,000 lenses right
true.
there. They can shoot from the corner.
That's true.
Let our people be in the front.
Let the people to the front.
That we're not going to be tricked by this effort, right? The former chief wasn't doing her job, but we understand it's beyond the chief. That the problem is institutional.
That's right.
Right? If it was not institutional, then those cameras would have been, those body cameras would have been on the police the other day. Right? But the problem is deeper than that, and we're here to say we're not going to be tricked. We understand that Chief Arredondo looks like us, right? But we understand that he's not one of us. That he works for a police department that has a history of brutalizing us, and that we're not buying this. That this won't work. What we want is, we don't want them to change clothes. We want them to change the institution, right? All they've done, this is just a cosmetic change, and we want institutional change. And so, if Betsy Hodges can't deliver it, then maybe she should step aside, and the people should run the city. That's just all I have to say.
Excuse me.
We shut this down.
Listen.
We shut this down. Who shut this down? We shut this down.
Shut it down. Listen, I understand that people are in love with Arredondo, but those are people who have been paid off, who've been ineffective in our community. You see, today, this is our house. You can't lock us out of this building. You can't lock us out of this building and we paying taxes. You can't hide from us and we put you in office. Today marks the day for the New North. We're not having it no more. This is the New North. We're not having that no more. You're not gonna sit in these lazy boy chairs that we put in this office and treat us like we didn't put these chairs in this office. We put these chairs in these office. We put this desk right here. We put you in office to represent us. And if you can't represent us, we're gonna remove you out of that seat. So today, Janae Harto resigned. I'm asking that Betsy Hodges do the same thing. Take her police chief and the rest of the staff. They're ineffective. And start fresh. The city of Minneapolis needs a new start. Take all the people who've been paid off for the past 20 years, who praise all the police chief and the activities that they've been doing to us for the past 20, 30 years. Take them people with you. Move to Eden Prairie somewhere. We're not having it here no more.
Who shut this down?
We shut this down.
Who shut this down?
We shut this down.
Who shut this down?
We shut this down.
If Justine don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Justine don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Justine don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Terrence don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Terrence don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Terrence don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Terrence don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Terrence don't get it,
Shut it down.
if
That's right.
Fernando don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Fernando don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Fernando don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Cordell don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Cordell don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Cordell don't get it,
Shut it down.
All right. All right, now today, everybody in this room know you watching history today. You watching history. We taking it back. We taking it back.
We taking our city back.
No longer will we pay you to kill us. No longer will we pay you to kill us. That is what we need to do.
We need our city back.
Stop it. Nakima Levy pounds. Change is coming. Change is coming.
change is coming.
We want our city back from y'all. We want our city back.
It's okay? No. Keep going, Hugh. Okay.
You need a little bit of this.
Yeah, I probably do need a little bit of that, but I still have a real loud voice and I'm going to be heard. I'm going to tell you all that now, right now. Let me tell you, these problems did not start with Janae Harto. They're not going to end because Janae Harto leaves. That's the material reality of things, okay? This tragic killing of Justine Dumond by the Minneapolis police officer, it's exposed the world, not just the city, not just the state, not just the country, but the whole damn world knows how rotten our cops are in Minneapolis. And these problems, they fall strictly at the feet of the city leadership.
Thank you.
Strictly at the feet. And that means Betsy. That means the city council, and yes, it was also on Janae Harto, and it will be on whoever takes over for her, whether it's Rondo or somebody else, because that's what's been going on.
We can allow them to appoint nobody.
That's right.
Y'all can't appoint nobody.
Now through this incident, we learned what some of us already knew, is that the body camera policy was screwed from the get-go. Back in 2015, some of us were pushing for a decent body camera policy. The cops didn't do it. The city gave them the money without making them do it. And we ended up with people dying with no damn body camera footage, and with cops loading 5 to 6 hours a month of body camera footage. And that is unacceptable. That is simply unacceptable. We also know, roll it back 4 years, we had a civilian review authority, and it was civilians. They took it over by the city in a secret process, turned it in the Office of Police Conduct Review. Yeah, we had problems with that civilian review authority, no doubt. But the Office of Police Conduct Review was a backward step. We went from having about a 5 to 7% sustain rate in this city and discipline rate of police complaints to a 0.3, a 0.3% sustain rate. It's a damn joke. It's a damn joke. Who has a 0.3% sustain rate?
It's all the fucking police force.
That's right. This is ridiculous.
Fuck the Minneapolis.
This is ridiculous. We got real problems in this town. But you're looking at the people that are going to solve those problems. It ain't going to be these damn people here. They're not capable of it. We're the ones going to solve these problems. We're going to run their asses out of office. We're going to take over the city hall. And we're going to run this damn town like it needs to be run.
Who are we?
That's right.
Who are we?
Yeah. Damn right, buddy.
People. Who are we? Powerful people. Who are we?
Powerful people.
Who are we? Powerful people. Who are we? Powerful people.
John, man. Let's have an order next.
Mike, check.
Hang on. Take this down.
Right, and this is live coverage of the protesters interrupting the press conference of the Minnesota Mayor, Betsy Hodges. They have called for not only, her resignation, all of her staff. Everybody said they require institutional change at this point, that they have said that they are going to kick everybody out of their lazy boy chairs. They're going to take over City Hall, and that there is a need at this point for widespread change. And they are commenting on the situation here of the fatal shooting in Minneapolis. And now you see there are some of the protesters have taken to the mic. Mayor Betsy Hodges has in fact left the room and the press briefing because she lost control of it, and there was no ability to try to gain it back from the protesters. They have said, in fact, that they are taxpayers, that they have put them in office, that this is their right. This is their prerogative to do this. And this is what we're witnessing right now, as you see. We'll listen back in.
To take back this building. It is time for the community to take back the 4th precinct and turn it back into a recreation center. We need a recreation center.
That's right.
It is time for the community to take control of the police. Not some bullshit control, not no half-ass control. We are not going to beg to the city council to get what we want. We are going to take it directly. We want hiring, we want firing power, we want control over the union contract, we want removal of parole, we want and we are going to get that via community control. We are not going to give up our right to have democracy and control to fake-ass city council people and mayors. The time is over for that. We are going to have direct democracy for community control. That's what we need to be fighting for. Not half-ass reforms anymore. All power to the people. One last thing. I'm going to make this real short.
Come on.
Look, everybody in this room, all of these activists and organizers, they have the answers to the problems in this city. These people have been working hard, uniting the community, bringing the people together, and our voices will be heard. You will no longer tolerate all of the BS that is going on. We will have new blood in these chairs. And aside from that, I want you to all be very aware of the police's specific campaign to take Philando's name off of that training bill. You have law enforcement all throughout the state trying to wipe that man's name off of that training bill so that they don't have to say his name. Police killed that man, keep his name on the bill, y'all.
That's right.